TinyML, machine learning on microcontrollers. What if your watch could think? Imagine a world where the smallest devices around us, our fitness trackers, thermostats, even our electric toothbrushes, could make smart decisions on their own, right where they are, without needing to send data back and forth to the cloud. That's the magic of TinyML. TinyML stands for Tiny Machine Learning, and it's all about running machine learning models directly on small, low-power devices like microcontrollers. These are the same kinds of chips that power simple gadgets like Arduino boards or Raspberry Pi devices. But with TinyML, these basic microcontrollers suddenly gain the power of intelligence. Traditionally, if you wanted a device to use machine learning, you'd have to collect the data it gathers, send that data to the cloud, process it with powerful servers, and then send the results back. This process requires constant connectivity, consumes more energy, introduces delays, and raises privacy concerns. But TinyML flips this model on its head. Instead of sending data to the cloud, it processes everything locally, right on the device itself. That means faster response times, reduced power usage, improved privacy, and devices that can continue working even without internet access. Think about a smart home security system. With traditional AI, every time it detects motion, it sends data to the cloud to determine whether it's just your dog walking by or a possible intruder. But with TinyML, the camera can make that decision instantly and locally. It can recognize a face, distinguish between a person and a pet, and alert you only when it really matters, without ever needing to share your video feed with a remote server. Or consider a wearable health monitor that checks your heart rate and activity levels. Using TinyML, it can detect irregular patterns on the spot and immediately alert you. It doesn't have to wait for cloud analysis. It works instantly, right on your wrist. And since TinyML models are designed to be ultra-efficient, they consume very little power, allowing devices to run for weeks or even months on small batteries. Developers and hobbyists around the world are embracing this technology. Platforms like Arduino and Raspberry Pi are making it easier than ever to build your own TinyML projects. With tools such as TensorFlow Lite for microcontrollers, even beginners can train small machine learning models and deploy them to devices that were never originally designed for AI. You can create projects like sound recognition systems that can respond to voice commands, environmental sensors that monitor air quality and react accordingly, or smart farming tools that measure soil moisture and decide when to water crops, all using inexpensive hardware and minimal energy. The excitement around TinyML is growing because it brings artificial intelligence out of the data center and into everyday life. It opens doors to innovation in places where traditional AI simply isn't practical. Remote areas with limited internet, wearable devices that need to be lightweight and long-lasting, or industrial sensors that must run for years without maintenance. All of these can benefit from the localized intelligence that TinyML offers. And beyond its technical benefits, TinyML is helping address bigger challenges too. By reducing dependency on the cloud, it helps lower the carbon footprint of AI technology. It also enhances user privacy by keeping data on the device instead of sharing it with third parties. In sensitive applications like healthcare or security, this local data processing is not just more efficient, it's also more responsible. TinyML isn't just a niche innovation. It's a shift in how we think about artificial intelligence. It makes AI more accessible, more efficient, and more personal. It empowers creators to add intelligence to everything, from toys to tools, without needing expensive hardware or constant connectivity. And most importantly, it brings us closer to a future where our devices don't just respond, they anticipate, understand, and assist us in smarter ways. So next time you glance at your smartwatch or use a voice-activated gadget, think about what's happening inside. With TinyML, even the tiniest chip can learn, adapt, and think. And that tiny bit of intelligence might just change the way we live,